So far, and what do you think you guys need to work on? What are you happy with the core as a whole?
The spring was very well. It went very well for our receivers, especially the new coach coming in, Coach Parker. He helped us out learning a lot of new techniques and stuff like that. So the spring went very well, and I feel like we just need to play with more confidence today. We kind of lacked confidence. We didn't come out with energy a lot. So I feel like just energy and confidence, and then the sky's the limit for us.
As far as drops, that was an issue last season. I know it's something you guys are trying to move past on. It's a little bit of an issue today. Is that something that's been a recurring theme? Was this just kind of like a hiccup during the spring, and how do you guys try to overcome that as a room?
Definitely just getting on the jugs machine every day. Coach Parker preaches that, Coach Franklin preaches that, getting on the jugs every day, catching at least 100 balls. So everyone's trying to work their best to get on the jugs machine. We do it before practice every day, so that's huge for us. And then just the drops last year, we just got to look past that and just basically refocus ourselves for this year.
When you start with a new coach like that, you talked about learning new techniques. Do you have to start from scratch, or are you kind of building those techniques on top of things that you've already learned?
It's kind of both, because you're learning some new things, but some things you're just advancing. So it's kind of pretty cool to learn new things from like different coaches that you have on the like throughout your career. So I think it's pretty cool to just take in new things from each coach.
Are there any challenges to that in terms of like unlearning other habits that you may have had previously?
It's definitely some challenges to that, and it's definitely challenges to getting to know the coach. Like you get to build relationships. Relationships don't come in just a snap of a finger, so you get to build relationships. It's fun, but sometimes it's challenging as well.
What's the best thing you learned from Corley, and the best thing so far that you've learned from Parker?
Well, both were very good guys, and I say from Coach Corley, I learned that just every down matters, that you have to play every down like it's your last down. And Coach Parker, he teaches a lot of fundamentals, so I learned a lot of fundamentals from him, and just little things I know that I could get open from.
I'm just curious, Keaton Ellis is a true freshman. I mean, you were kind of in his spot a little bit last year. What's it like going against him in practice? What does he kind of, bring to the table in terms of being a freshman?
He's a very good freshman. He's going to have a great year. It's very fun to compete with guys like him, just because, you were in that position last year, like you said. So it's pretty cool to see them just grow throughout the spring, and it's fun playing them in practice every day.
What was last year like for you, just from the beginning to the end? And it seemed like maybe you weren't in a position where you were going to play past the 4 games, and then obviously you did. How did that go for you?
Just like coming in here, like basically no one really thought I was going to play that much or even at all. So it was basically trying to just prove myself every day in practice, and I got my chance on the field, and once I got that chance, I just never looked back. Coach Corley always taught me that every down matters. You got to play every down like it's your last. So I really put that in my head and just kept going forward.
Was that something that you believed before?
Yeah, definitely. I believe that once I got my shot, I just knew that once I got my shot, that was my time to come out. So it was pretty cool for me.
What's next for you? What's between here and the start of preseason camp? What do you feel like you need to get better at?
Definitely getting bigger, and then just having more confidence and being more comfortable with the game. That's pretty much what I'm going to work on.
And is the weight room stuff, does that come naturally, or is it?
Yeah, that just comes like much as you put in, as much as you're going to get out. So that just comes.
How do you make a wide receiver room confident? How do you kind of gain that confidence?
Basically just talking to us every day, and just knowing that even if we have bad days, just talking to us and teaching us that you just got to look past that day. Just look past the next rep. Just look to the next rep and look past that previous rep. So just got to be comfortable.
How do you think that? What's going to be the key to getting out of not the rut that you guys had last year, but just being able to bounce back in a way that you're comfortable with? How do you kind of go from there to where you want to be?
Just basically putting that in the past like it is. So you just got to look past it and just move on, basically.
Is there a guy that kind of sets the standard for you guys in that room?
I think it'd definitely be KJ. Not only because he played the most out of all of us, but just because he's like more vocal. So he's a leader for us. He leads us.
What does he do best in terms of that leadership? Like, is there anything specifically that he does that you guys try to emulate and try to imitate?
When Coach Parker doesn't get on us, he gets on us. So it's pretty cool to have him as a vocal leader for us, and just knowing that he's always there to support us is big for us too.
Thank you.